Four-man rush. Richardson. Granson tipped, and it falls harmlessly incomplete. Damari Mathis was the player that broke it up. Kylan Granson, the intended receiver. It's the ones on defense for the Colts. Stidham looking for the throwback. Catch made, first down. Wilson, Stidham, and Bo Nix, the three quarterbacks on the roster for Denver. On the slant, that's Patrick, Jalen Jones, and Nick Cross on the coverage, but it will be a first down, a pickup of 14 yards in the rare I formation. Our toss right side, and solid gain. Flag comes in late. That was Javonte Williams on the carry. On the handoff, Williams just kind of picking his way through. Going to be down just shy of the first down marker. Gould, rather, the man in motion. This is Goodson. And Goodson is dropped. And again, it is Alex Singleton, who is all over the place. Lara, thank you. P-Ron, the third down back, is in there for Denver. Nix is looking that way. And has a man. That should be a first down. And because of trying to get the younger quarterback some reps.
And was up there taking it away.
He really flashed last year in training camp, did Seguda Luby. Kick by Lutz is good, and this game is tied. Nix throws, touchdown. Touchdown grab for Denver. Marvin Mims Jr. on the touchdown reception. Michigan Panther, yes, that's a USL Felton in 2023. Had a touchdown grab in a game last year. Here is Hull. Hull, who got hurt on the first game of the regular season last year. Same cast of characters as last drive. Hellinger hit as he throws, and that will be intercepted right back to Denver. Well, momentum short-lived for the Indianapolis Colts. Picked off. The game, we'll revisit those in a matter of moments. Solid run back here for Denver. Back to the 45-yard line, Jalen Virgil.
They are playing a heavy front, which I hope becomes a part of their defense.
McLaughlin by his lonesome. First down. Spins away from the tackle of Trevor Denbo. Abraham over to make the play. Play clock is at 12 as the Broncos get set. And just slam it with Estime, and touchdown.
Second effort. Leo made a good hit in there behind the line of scrimmage, but it wasn't enough.
An open running back in the backfield of the defense, of the offense, and so I saw Z trying to charge to him. He was bobbling the ball, and I just wanted to make a play. And the guys on each roster, I mean, it's up in the air for everybody. So we just got to put the best plan available for the game. And so I'm looking forward to it this season. I'm looking forward to bonding.
Denver picks up pressure well. Wilson throws, flag thrown. As of now, that's a first down. Mims was the receiver. Simpson in coverage. Could that be offensive pass interference? Wilson did have just shy of 2,300 yards passing last year for the Jets. Toss play comes near side. And that's into the end zone. Touchdown.
Amar Speed was backing up right there because athletically he is special.
Lost the football.
Lost the football. Can't do that.
Did not.
Can't do that.
Put the football away. Fumble recovered by Matt Henningsen. Here's Watson. Toss play left side. Watson. Touchdown. Back to a two-score game with 5:55 left to go. Xavier Scott is the lone setback next to B. Picks. And that is a live ball that can be brought back for 2 points. And that is the end of the play. Can't onside ticket is the only guy within 30 yards. You have to announce it these days.
Yeah, got to announce it.
Puts it perfectly at the goal line. Tackle made by Denbo right around the 30-yard line.
They're going to run. They'll run something quick here just to try to get back. Quick flat out there trying to, missed tackle.
And with that, first down and more, and Watson gobbles up all kind of yardage.